Hello, I'm Terry Davis and welcome to my inaugural Random Jam video. What is a random jam? Well, I guess it could be peach preserves or some sort of marmalade, but no! Random jam is a musical exercise that I started doing that puts me in musical scenarios that I might not normally be in, just playing along to my favorite songs. It involves creating a backing track using Garageband that includes drums, bass, and rhythm guitar, where the building blocks for each are randomly determined. Then, using a randomly determined lead tone, I'll attempt to navigate this potentially terrifying musical landscape. This could get scary. To aid me in this, I created a script that will take all of the settings in GarageBand for a specific instrument and randomly choose one for me to use in the backing track. For the drums, the genre, the drummer, drum kit, the BPM from 70 BPMs to 130 BPMs to the actual beat pattern will be provided to me. For the bass, the pooter will poop out a random bass tone from the many selections in GarageBand. For the guitars, my rhythm and lead tones will be determined randomly from all of the 128 tones found in this mammoth of a machine, my 20 amp Line 6 modeling amp. It's this little guy. And I know what you're thinking. Terry, this is irresponsible. Your rhythm tone could be using shreddy distortion. And your lead tone could be clean acoustic. I'm willing to take that chance. Finally, I'll have the pooter output 3 random, non-repeating numbers from 1 through 6 to determine my chord progression for the piece. And I'll probably throw in 2 more for changes. Why 1 to 6, you ask? So we're all familiar with the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do sequence, which is the major scale. The major scale has 7 notes. It sounds like this. So you've all heard that, and a lot of times you'll hear the last one. You want to hear that. That's only because you're starting over the next octave. But it actually has 7 notes. Each note of the major scale has its own associated chord. So the 1 chord looks like that, 2 chord, 3 chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord. Now why don't I do the 7th chord? Because it sounds like this. So we'll just stick with the first 6 chords. At the end of the video, I'll let you know how you can help me determine the chord progression for the next Random Jam video. Okay, without further ado, let's make a random backing track. Okay, I'm in my GarageBand application. I like using GarageBand. It's pretty easy to use. It's also pretty cheap on the App Store. I think it's like $15 or something. And also over here, I've got my handy dandy randomizer tool, and we'll get started. So let's do the drums first. And so the genre is going to be R&B, and the drummer is Rose. Drum kit is going to be Soulfire. There we go. The BPM is going to be 93. And the beat preset is Flow. All right, let's see what this is going to sound like. All right, so next up is the bass. And that's going to be Silver Hammer. There we go. We'll go to rhythm guitar. That's going to be tone 3B, which it looks like that's a super O crunch sound for the rhythm guitar, which is good. Lead guitar is going to be 31C, low res Fred. The chord progression is a 3-4-2, and the changes are a 5 and 1. Okay, so the chord progression is going to be a 3-4-2, which will sound sort of like this. It'll probably change up basically on the beat and everything, but that's the main progression. And then the changes will be a 5 to a 1, so it'll be like this. Something like that. Wow, that was crazy. I think that low res Fred lead tone about threw me for a loop. I did end up turning down the delay and the reverb on it, and also turned up the distortion just a little bit. It's definitely something I would have never tried on my own without the randomization element. I certainly don't think this process should be a replacement for the songwriting process, but I definitely think it would inspire you to try new things. If you like this type of content, leave a number 1 through 6 in the comments below. I'll take the first 3 non-repeating numbers from the first 3 separate commenters and use those to create the chord progression for my next video. I'll then take the next 2 non-repeating numbers from different commenters to create the changes. Also, if you have any guitar related content you'd like for me to cover, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd also like to thank all of you who have already subscribed to the Fretfire Studios channel. It really means a lot to me. And if you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe and click the bell to get notifications when I have a new video ready.